morning. My name is Leanne Nishi Wong. On behalf of the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple, welcome to today's Bodhi Day service. Bodhi Day commemorates Shakyamuni Buddha experiencing the Enlightenment and is celebrated annually on December 8th. May you reflect on Amida Buddha's teaching on this auspicious day. Please listen for the ringing of the concho. Rinban Katsuya Kusunoki will now lead the chanting of Sanbujo, found on page 24 of the Purple Service Book, followed by Hyobyaku, the Aspiration by Rinban Kusunoki, and then the Sutra, Jusege, found on page 93 of the Purple Service Book.
Good. We are gathered here this morning to commemorate the Day of Enlightenment of Siddhartha Gautama, which took place on the morning of December 8th, over 2,500 years ago in India. Along with the rising of the morning star, he became the Buddha, the fully awakened one. As we observe this very auspicious occasion, may we learn from the content of his enlightenment and begin to live each day fully, humbly, and gratefully. Respectfully, Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki, Rinpan of Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Chanting of Juseige, page 93. Joy, joy, joy. 不所有無才道小有上有三苦病交際集約難回避地平原滅死今後犯閉塞小悪道通達全宗門高僧上満足意よいろ実法日願集中期天候本普賢一種解放有像公正空読法情報大集中説法ししく供養一切物具足習得本元年心上万得意三害を女文武芸地通達未不詳願学霊力当地最小輸送志願略国家大戦王感動国書天に東内妙家願にしく読平等性祭道本菩提心大上ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。
Incense offerings by representatives will be made on behalf of the following temple organizations: Dharma School, Zoe Hasagawa, and Kira Nakashima. Junior YBA, Jared Nakashima. Campfire, Karina Tanabe. Cub Scouts, Reese Tanabe. SBBWA, Kanako Kashima. Gojikai, Paul Mori. Taiko, Janice Deguchi. Book study, meditation, Leonora Clark. And the Seattle Betsuin, Ann Oxrider. Please stand for the Gatha, the Bodhi tree, found on page 140 in the White Gatha book. For those participating from home, the lyrics will be shown on your screen.
This tree from a faraway country, with leaves in the shape of a tear, likes heat and lots of sunshine, and doesn't grow very well up here. But the Dharma's not like a tree, it can grow anywhere on the earth at all. Like a shower of rain bringing life again to a dry and thirsty ground. The Dharma touches all living things, the whole world round. You may live in a very large city, or in a village up in mountains above. You may speak Chinese, English, or Pali, but we can all speak the language of love. For the Dharma's not like a tree, it can grow anywhere on the earth at all. Like a shower of rain bringing life again to a dry and thirsty ground. The Dharma touches all living things, the whole world round.
Please remain standing for the reading of the Threefold Refuge found on page 10 of the Purple Service Book. Difficult is it to receive a human form. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not cross over to the truth in the present life, in what life shall we cross over? Let us, with sincerity and true reverence, take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together with all sentient beings, awaken to the great way of enlightenment and to the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we, together with all sentient beings, enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we, together with all sentient beings, become units in true accord, in harmony with all things. The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Please be seated. Rinmon Katsuyu Kusunoki will now deliver today's Dharma message.
Okay, good morning, everyone. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Shakyamuni and Amida. Shakyamuni and Amida are our father and our mother, full of love and compassion for us, guiding us through various skillful means. They bring us to awaken the Supreme Shinjin. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this Sunday service this morning, and a happy Bodhi Day today. Before I go into my Dharma message, I hope all of you get one tea bag. That's from gift from Japan. My wife brought those. That's 100 different kinds of tea. So all different. So I hope you pick your favorite tea, but it is really difficult to find out which one is which. Then I think we have more extra tea. So if you, like a Dharma school students coming later, or the Scouts group, those who come to only Scouts, or if you see some other your friends like a Gojikai, BWA, Taiko, book study group, so please take some extra tea bag to your friends. Then please give it to them. That's just a small gift from us to express our appreciation to all of you. It's a small gift from Japan. So today is a Bodhi Day. So actual Bodhi Day, it is said December when? 8th. December 8th. Please remember the day. December 8th is a Bodhi Day. So this is the day Shakyamuni Buddha Gautama Siddhartha attained enlightenment and becoming a Shakyamuni Buddha. That's a day of Bodhi Day, December 8th. So please remember that. So on this occasion, I would like to review the Shakyamuni Buddha's life just a little bit. Briefly, I'd like to review the Shakyamuni Buddha's life. Shakyamuni Buddha is a historical Buddha. So he was born in Lumbini Garden. It is said, almost a border of India and Nepal today, about 25 or 2600 years ago. So he was born as a Prince Siddhartha, Gautama Siddhartha. So he was a prince of the country. Then you may heard the story of this excursion from the 4 gates, the short trip from north East Gate, South Gate, North Gate, and West Gate. So I won't go into the detail of this story today, but through that experience, he realized the human sufferings. So everybody get old, then everyone gets sick, then everybody die one day. So he realized everybody has a pain or sufferings of those getting old, sickness, and death. Then also he met a monk whose attitude was noble and dignified. So he met someone is different from himself or other people. So it is said that Prince Siddhartha decided to become a monk on that day. So then later, one book says when he was 16 years old, he married with a woman. Her name is called Yashodhara. Then he had a son. His name is Rafra. So he lived a very Shakyamuni Buddha, as a prince. He lived a very luxury, leisurely, and pleasant life in the palace as a prince. Then he also rejoiced at the birth of his son, Rafra, but he already made a resolution to become a monk. So then he started having a concern. He couldn't avoid thinking that the child was another obstacle to his spiritual quest, spiritual path. So then the baby was given the name Rafra, which means, it is really interesting, but Rafra means obstacle. So, yeah, that's a good to remember. He has a son, his name is Rafra, which means obstacle. Then his concern was, how he can overcome Shakyamuni Buddha's, Gautama Siddhartha's concern was how he can overcome his suffering. Suffering means getting old, aging, sickness, and death, and how he can be happy. That was his great concern. So of course he enjoyed his life in the palace. However, he felt like there was something missing in his everyday life. So at the age of 29 years old, he left his palace to seek his answer. It was common at that time, like a warrior's family on these days, someone left the family behind, then the extended family continued to care for his family, his wife and child. So at the age of 29, Gautama Siddhartha left the palace. Then he visited several great teachers, masters' place, to find his answer. However, he couldn't satisfy their guidance. Then he couldn't get any answer to his questions. Then eventually he joined a troop of 5 ascetics, those who were practicing in the mountain. Then he practiced with these 5 ascetics. Shakyamuni Buddha, Gautama Siddhartha was so strict to practice. He limited his daily food portion of a meal of grain of rice. Just one grain of rice, meal of grain of rice a day. So he tried to overcome his sufferings. Then he was too strict. Then he was almost dead. He sometimes became unconscious. So it is said that his father, King Sudandana, was once even notified of his death. So he practiced very hard with 5 ascetics for 6 years. However, he couldn't find the answer to his question. Rather, he became weaker and weaker because he didn't eat much. he realized that he would never attain awakening. He would never get the answer by following such a practice. So he stopped, he ceased practicing and left that mountain. Then he washed himself in the river and accepted milk porridge offered by Sujata, the daughter of a village elder. Then he regained his health and continued to his search. So he just sat under the Bodhi tree. It is also called Pippal. So the Bodhi tree in Gaya, nowadays it is called Buddha Gaya. So Buddha Bodhi tree, which we sang this morning, that's a Bodhi tree. So he vowed not to rise until he had attained awakening, getting the answer to his question. So he sat down under the Bodhi tree. He settled into a state of deep meditative calm and peace. So while he was meditating, it is said, it is called Mara. Mara appeared to hinder his meditation. So Mara means the bringer of the death, and one that symbolizes our mental and emotional attachments. That we call Mara. So Mara tried to cause, being active, his three poisons, greed, anger, and ignorance, try to hinder his practice. So sometimes Mara turned into the woman, then try to seduce him to stop practicing and try to have fun. Let's enjoy, stop meditating. Sometimes Mara turned into the army demons, so attacking him, then try to get him anger, then hatred and fear. So Mara is representing his or humans' greed, anger, and ignorance. Although Mara tried to stop him meditating, he had never stopped meditating. Gautama Siddhartha, then it is said, touched the earth, ground with right hand, recording on the very earth as witness in what has come to be known as earth-touching gesture. That signaled Mara's defeat and Siddhartha's awakening. That was the December 8th. So then he became a Gautama Siddhartha, attained enlightenment, then becoming a Shakyamuni Buddha, 2,600 years ago. So this is a brief life history of Shakyamuni Buddha. Then the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, right after he attained enlightenment, Shakyamuni Buddha spent some weeks enjoying the bliss of enlightenment, enjoying the Dharma by himself. He also felt hesitant to share what he awakened, Buddha Dharma, because it is too difficult for other people to understand what he had awakened. So he was just enjoying the enlightenment by himself. Then the Hindu god, Brahma, appeared before Shakyamuni Buddha to ask him, requested him to teach the Dharma for other people, the people who need his guidance. So the Brahma, the Hindu god, asked him over and over again. Then eventually he was convinced and visited the place where he used to practice with other 5 ascetics first. So when Shakyamuni Buddha visited the mountain where he used to practice and to meet with these 5 ascetics, first those 5 ascetics was told him, "Oh, you are a quitter. You quit the practice. You left this place." So he was they tried to get out of Shakyamuni Buddha from that place. But once they listened to Shakyamuni Buddha's guidance, they became a disciple of Shakyamuni Buddha. It is the first Dharma message by Shakyamuni Buddha. It is said Shakyamuni Buddha delivered the Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path at that time. So this is a brief life history of Shakyamuni Buddha from his birth to his attaining enlightenment. So when I was preparing today's Dharma message, I also reviewed to study Shakyamuni Buddha's life. Then this was, I truly appreciated. He could just enjoy himself, the Buddha Dharma. But he didn't have to share the Buddha Dharma with other people, right? He was able to enjoy himself because that was his personal question to himself. Why I am suffering? What is suffering of getting old, sickness, and death? Then he attained enlightenment. Then he was able to find a path to liberate from these sufferings. But fortunately, Shakyamuni Buddha decided to share this guidance with other people. So to me, sitting under the Bodhi tree, the first he practiced with 5 ascetics. Then he was sitting under the Bodhi tree. Then he defeated this Mara, greed, anger, ignorance, 3 poisons. To me, this is a self-practice, the path of sage, using self-power to attain enlightenment. But he didn't stop that stage. He pursued to continue sharing the Dharma with other people. He was attaining enlightenment at the age of 35, then he died at the age of 80. So the next 45 years, he traveled all over different places. So then he met all different people to share the guidance. So this is, to me, showing us the Bodhisattva's path, so benefiting other people. Then those who receive the benefit from Shakyamuni Buddha, so they following Shakyamuni Buddha's guidance, then they were able to attain enlightenment. So in Jodo Shinshu, all the Buddhists, we try to attain enlightenment. It is our goal to attain enlightenment. Of course, if someone can try to follow how Shakyamuni Buddha attained enlightenment, that is great. Sitting under the Bodhi tree, then get rid of all the 3 poisons, all the attachment from my mind, from my heart, myself. If we can do, that's great, but not everyone can follow that. For those people who cannot attain enlightenment using my own self-power, Shakyamuni Buddha still guiding other people, guiding the path for other people. So that is the Nembutsu teaching to me. So to attain enlightenment, we have to, Shakyamuni Buddha, as a Buddhist, Shakyamuni Buddha is the goal, or Shakyamuni Buddha's life is our ultimate goal. So to be just like a Shakyamuni Buddha, we have to attain enlightenment. To be attain enlightenment, we have to get rid of 3 poisons. We have to defeat the Mara. So to defeat the Mara, we have to attain the state of nirvana. So to attain the state of nirvana, not everyone can practice by themselves. So that's why Amida Buddha created a Pure Land, built a Pure Land for all of us to attain the nirvana, to attain enlightenment. So also Amida Buddha showing the path to born into the Amida Buddha's Pure Land. So there are all different paths to attain enlightenment. So at the beginning of today's message, I introduced our founder Shinran Shonin's Wasan's hymn, Shakyamuni and Amida, our father and mother, full of love and compassion for us, guiding us through various skillful means. They bring us to awaken the supreme Shinjin. So Shakyamuni Buddha also showing the path of sage, the path of the way of the Pure Land. So the self-power practice and other power practice, benefiting myself and benefit from others. So using his entire life, he is showing different paths to follow, different paths to attain enlightenment. So today was a Bodhi day. So following, reviewing Shakyamuni Buddha's life. So then we can think about our path to attain enlightenment, how we can attain enlightenment. This is the ultimate goal of Buddhists, all the Buddhists, not only Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, all the Buddhists' ultimate goal is attaining enlightenment. So now today is a great opportunity for all of us to think how we can learn from the attaining enlightenment, how we can learn from Shakyamuni Buddha's life. So thank you for attending this service this morning. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
Thank you, Rinman Kusunoki, for your meaningful message. Honestly, I don't know how I'd like to live with the named obstacle. Please stand for the Gatha Ondoku-san 2, found on page 220 of the Purple Service Book. I know it's listed as the White Gatha book in your program, but please turn to page 220 of the Please be seated. Today's after-service programs include Dharma School for children, toddler age through high school, in the various classrooms. Dharma Exchange will be led by Reverend Matt May in the dining room. The Parents' Dharma Exchange will be in Memorial Hall Chapel. The Japanese language service will be held here in the Hondo, and a temple tour for first-time visitors will meet in the foyer. If you are interested in joining the meditation group Sundays at 9 a.m., please see the temple's website for hybrid information. Does anyone else have any other announcements?
Good morning, my name is Dean. For any first-time visitors, I will be conducting the tour, and I can meet you out in the foyer after service. It's about 30 minutes. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Junior YBA will be holding a food drive starting this week, December 4th, all the way through December 18th for Bailey Gatsa Elementary School. We'll be collecting non-perishable foods such as canned soups or rice for their food pantry, and boxes will be placed around for your donations to go in. Also on December 11th next week, we will be holding a drive-through drop-off at the back of the temple before service from 9 to 9:50. We look forward to your donations. Thank you so much.
The Betsuin is grateful to the following individuals for presenting and producing today's service: Rinban Katsuya Kusunoki, Reverend Irene Goto, Reverend Matt May, Minister's Assistant Alex Sakamoto, Connor McKinney, Minister's Assistant Jason Yokoyama, Kemi Nakabayashi, Dennis Shibata, Jeremy Zimmerman, Reese Tanabe, Ann Oxrider, Kanako Kashima, Paul Mori, Janice Deguchi, Chris Grabowski, the family of Linda Castro, Mei Yamasaki, Marissa Wong, Mayumi Tarada, Eileen Tanabe, Catherine Brownlee, Jared Nakashima, Karina Tanabe, and Machiko Wada. The temple appreciates your donations, dana, and ongoing support. Your gifts allow the temple to continue bringing the Dharma to you in person and at home. Please subscribe to the Betsuin's YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and go to the Seattle Betsuin's website for additional information on upcoming services, workshops, and events within the temple and Jodo Shinshu community. Are there any first-time visitors to the temple today? Would you like to stand and introduce yourself? Hi.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dalila Gittins.
Dr. Dalila Gittins?
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you. Hello?
Hi, I'm
Diane Lebo? Welcome. Thank you.
Sherry Hastings.
Sherry Hastings, welcome.
I'm Susan Dar.
Susan Dar, welcome.
Nikita Butler. I am Brahma Obias.
Welcome. I'm sorry I didn't catch your first name. Lupita, welcome. Thank you for coming. Is there any other first-time visitors? Thank you all for coming out on this very cold day. I really appreciate, well, we, the Betsuin, appreciates you showing up. Thank you. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namada, namada, namada. This concludes today's service. For those attending in person,